Stitches Creates, and welcome to my Flosstube channel about kind of cross stitch and the project bags I make. It is Monday. It is Monday. I had to stop and think. April 4th, and this is episode number 35. Thank you if you are a returning subscriber. Thank you for coming back, and welcome if you've just found me. I hope you enjoy. This will probably be a pretty short one, so I hope you'll come back and maybe subscribe, ring that bell, all those things. So to get right into it, I do not have any finishes. I only got a chance to stitch 2 days this week. Friday night, Garon Stitchery, in honor of Ronnie becoming a U.S. citizen. He had his citizenship test last Tuesday, and he had his ceremony Friday morning. So there were a group of us that got on Zoom to stitch something patriotic. And, you know, congratulations to Ronnie. It is a wonderful achievement. I know there's a lot of people that have grown up here in this country that are natural born citizens that could not answer the questions that you answered. So congratulations. Good job. So I picked out, we were stitching on something, not just patriotic, but something with a flag. So I pulled out my Teresa Kogut, United We Stand, and put some more time in on that with everybody. And I'll put in a picture of our Zoom group. I had most of the people in my picture. I think there was another page that had a couple more. But so this is where United We Stand was before Friday night. And this is where it is now. And this is going to be much bigger than I expected it to be. I knew it was going to be like a lot of stitching, but I didn't realize just how big. So this is 28 count frost by Stitch Me, and I'm picking my own colors. You can see I changed the girl's hair. She's going to be me. So, or sort of. And the other girl will be Candy, the 614 Stitcher. I'm going to leave out the gray hair. At one point I thought, well, maybe I'll put our gray streak in just to show that it's us, but I don't think so. I'm not going to quite get that far. So I've got her crown. I had, if you've been with me for a while, back in September, I couldn't figure out which way was up, and someone finally helped me figure out where I was on the crown. So I got the rest of the crown done back in September, and then Friday night I did all of this hair plus that one eyebrow. So she's quite a fun stitch. I don't know why. There are different times I want to pull things out, and I don't know why I do that. I should just go ahead. This is a hobby, not a job, and I should be just stitching whatever I want when I want. And sometimes I put these rules on myself and make myself crazy. So anyway, so that was a lot of fun Zooming with everyone. I don't always say a lot on the Zoom groups. I just kind of listen in and enjoy the conversation. Saturday, I went to Keepsakes. More stitching. Candy, the 614 Stitcher, was in Cincinnati from Columbus visiting, and we had quite a big group at the table stitching, and it was a busy day too. Barbara, Lynn, and Susan hardly got to sit and talk to us at all. You know, some Saturdays it's busy in the morning and then it'll quiet down in the afternoon. This Saturday, all day long, they were busy, which is great for them. If you were visiting Saturday, I believe, I think it's Carol who's the mitten stitcher, and I never mentioned, I feel terrible. I actually, when I went to Michigan and visited Riverview Stitching, I met her there. She recognized me, which is always a weird thing, but she had seen me at StitchCon. I'm not sure if she actually watches my Flosstube or not, but she was there and she's like, don't I know you? I'm like, yes, maybe? I don't know. But we figured out that she was at Stitch Away in January. But she had come down with a friend from Michigan to visit Keepsakes, and there were a few other people visiting. I think someone was from Pennsylvania and someone else was from Indiana. But, you know, when we're all together, some conversations get a little a little out of hand. So, yeah, so if you're ever in the area on a Saturday, stop by Keepsakes, bring your stitching, come sit. If the table is full, they always pull out more chairs and tray tables to, you know, accommodate everybody, and it's so much fun. But while I was there, I started Garon and Sunshine Stitchers are hosting the Designer Focus, and for April the Designer Focus is either ink circles or I want to say pandemic long dog sampler, who did the pattern pandemic. And Candy had given me for my birthday an ink circles pattern, which is tea. So I started on Saturday, and that's where I've gotten. So I've got my tea leaves, my first teapot, and almost all of the tea bag in. It's a really cute stitch. And so I'm, you know, for all day there, having 3 parts of the motifs in, that's pretty good. This is a 28 count Jody fabric from Steel City Stitchers. Jody doesn't name her fabrics, but it's the perfect purple. I mean, it goes so well with this. And I'm using all the called for colors. Some DMC, a lot of the DMC, some of the classic colorworks just really didn't have the variegation. I did not have them at hand, so I just decided I would use DMC, and then for some of the larger sections I got the classic colorworks to use. So that was a lot of fun. But then Sunday was such a busy day. We went to Columbus, to Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen they have a pinwheel garden ceremony each year during the month of April because it's Donate Life Month. And I'm gonna get teary. I don't know why I'm gonna get teary. If you've been following me, you know that my son, Teresa, I don't know why I'm crying, received a liver transplant back in August, and this garden ceremony, they invite transplant recipients and donors to come and participate in this ceremony. Obviously living donors, and they're, I think, families too. And then they have everybody there plant pinwheels for all the representing all the transplants they've done since they started in 1967, and I believe they're up to 11,500. So my son was one of them. So it was really, we got there a little late. It was such a big crowd. One of the doctors was speaking and we couldn't hear what he was saying at all. So, but planning the pinwheels, it was neat. So that was Sunday, and then we came back and had a funeral we had to go to. So Sunday did not end up having any stitching, and tonight I had planned to have some stitching. A group of us from Keepsakes got together. We met at McAllister's, local restaurant, and we were gonna stitch, and we ended up closing the place. They kicked us out at 9:03, and not a stitch had been done. We just sat and talked and drank. So, you know, you do what you need to do, and just to be with friends is a lot of fun. So, that's my stitching for this week, just the 2 things. But I thoroughly enjoyed both days of stitching that I had. Saturday, Susan had made some special project bags for everyone. Susan, who is the Floss Whisperer at Keepsakes, she made everybody project bags. And it's a Saturday stitching shenanigans. And sadly, I don't get there as often as I would like to on Saturdays. Just life. But she also made stickers, and I picked Shenanigans Squad. So that was a lot of fun. So that was some stitchy kindness I got. And the only stitching haul I have, right? Did I show that last week? I'll show it again just in case I didn't show it last week. I might not have gotten it last week. I might have gotten it after, so I'll show that next. So I've got my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. My March fabric came, and I'm in the every other month. So odd months it's neutral, even months it's color. So for March, and if you haven't gotten yours, don't look, but I think I was near the end of a lot of the Flosstubers I've seen have had theirs, so I think you probably have yours now. It's a 28 count. Oh my gosh, no, that's not right. And everybody's having this problem with this color. I don't know why. About there. This is called Cinnamon. So it's kind of a clay. I lived in Georgia for 20 years, so it's kind of red clay kind of color. So that's that. So that was that haul. And then, forgive me if I've shown this already. I don't think I showed this last time. I think I got it after. I bought another pattern from Stitchy Princess on Etsy, who's Ukrainian. And I got the Flower Fairy because I've seen a few people show this, and it is so pretty. The wings and her skirt are just gorgeous, but I don't think I'm gonna do it in the green and salmon colors. I started pulling some of the floss, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do the blue and yellow for Ukraine. So I found, this is an almond M&Ms that I got in the Winterfest box. This is called Twilight. And I think I'm going to replace the green of her bodice and skirt with that. And then I haven't decided if I'm going to do a straight yellow or if I'm going to use this from Almond M&Ms as well. It's got that same blue. Cyanic, I think it is. There's the name. But I think that'll be really nice for her skirt and bodice. And then these flowers are kind of hearts. I think those two will work well. But I have to find her flesh color. I can't find that floss in my set. So it's in a bag somewhere. I'll find it. So I think I probably will start that next time. And I think I will use, there was a piece of Fortnite fabric that came that I think will be perfect for that. So I'll probably start that over the next week. Even though I've been saying I don't want to start anything new. I already started something new this week, so let's just go for it. My Black Needle Society Stitching Challenge deck. Last week's pull was something for winter or Christmas. I sat down in front of that stocking at least 3 different times, and I got a phone call every single time I sat down in it, so I haven't stitched on it. I will be stitching on it. But it did not happen this week for that challenge card, so I'm going to pick this week's challenge card. Stitch on a piece with bones. I am pretty sure I have nothing because I am not a Halloween stitcher. I am pretty sure I have nothing with bones. I will have to look, but we'll see. So, other than that, I've been doing, as usual, a lot of sewing. My sewing machine crapped out on me again. The tension just went one day in the midst of sewing. So I have to use my old sewing machine, which I have to be, the feed dogs don't pull and don't catch as well. So that means I have to slow way down to make sure that things stay straight. And that adds a lot of time. I made myself a bag because every time I switch sewing machines, the way that I line things up on the machine, I have to rethink for that machine. So I decided I have some Snoopy fabric cut, so I made myself a project bag to practice with, and these will eventually either be on my Instagram or at StitchCon. So definitely at StitchCon there'll be stuff. So, but other than that, that is about it. I want to say there may have been something else I was going to share with you all, but I'm not seeing anything around to remind me. So having said all that, rather than just sit and babble at you, I will let you go. I hope you have a great stitchy week. I will see you next week. Hopefully Ashley will be able to join us. Everything is good. My son is doing really, really well. He's gaining weight again, so it's all good. She's just been really busy and hasn't stitched anything. So she doesn't want to come on and just sit here and not do anything. So she said for me to film without her again, but hopefully next week she'll join us. And I know she has some haul to show. So anyway, have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye.